So today I'd like to share with you something I do almost every day, and which brings me to the fact that I alternate the things I do. I don't do the same thing every day, but this is one thing that is invaluable, and it clears your head. It brings fresh blood flow to the whole head area. So we're going to work on the sinuses, the thyroid, the separate hemispheres of the brain, the eyes, the ears. This also, I like to credit Blue Dragon Qigong and Dr. Xavier Love. He can explain this in a lot more detail if you want to go to his site, Blue Dragon Qigong. Anyway, so you can start with anything. I often start with the eyes, and when you first wake, you can do this in bed. Your hands are going to be really warm. So later in the day, the circulation hasn't, I don't know, traveling around, your hands aren't as warm. So you need to warm your hands, and then palm your eyes. You can take about 3 to 5 deep breaths, depending on how slow you breathe. I tend to do the eyes first because my hands are the warmest, and I'm still in bed when I do this. And then you're going to find a little notch and press in with your thumbs for the same amount of time that you palmed for. And then there's another little notch. If you were looking straight ahead, it would be right above your iris, your pupil. And then you're going to do the corners, and you can pinch. Basically what you're trying to do is push blood away. So have that image of squeezing out fluid. And you can do your whole pointer, or just here I like to do the whole thing on the lower bone, edge of the bone, pushing the blood away. So now we have had, and then you're going to do the tear duct. So that's 5 points around the eyes. And then you can end by bringing back the warm palms. So you might have to look at this once and listen to it, and then it's pretty easy to memorize. So we're up in that region anyway. There's several ways to do this. I've learned this from different teachers. So you can start with the fingertips and just pull to the temples, from center to the temples, like combing it. And then when you get to the temples, make some firm circles. You can find that muscle if you clench your teeth. Or you can use the middle digit of your pointers and pull across, and you can massage that area with that too. I find these to be equally effective, so you could try both. And then I like to pinch my eyebrows as well. That's not part of it. Alright, we're in this region. Let's stroke the temples. Now you know why my hair is always such a mess. And this is a fun, noisy one. Now you're going to, this is noisy as well, you're going to tap either side of the brain's hemispheres. So you're encouraging the flow of fluid in that crevice or crevasse between the brain hemispheres. So that's really a good thing to do. And here at the nape of the neck, where the muscles, we're at the base of the skull. Tap either side. You can make little beaks like in Tai Chi. That's another noisy one. So let's go to the ears now. So same thing with warming the hands. You can find great reflexology ear diagrams online to see how many points there are and which parts of the ears relate to which organs in the body. And rub the ears. So this is something that any kid that grew up in Michigan knows about. If you forgot your earmuffs or your hat and your ears are cold. It's another noisy one. And now you can take your pinky and stroke behind the ear and fold it over on itself. And it gets really warm again. All right, now we're going to take the lobe, and right above the lobe, catch it from the bony part, and then just pinch down and out. 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to do this about 30 times. And then you want to find that little triangular bony piece and pinch it and pull it out. So it's fun to look up what parts of the body are represented by what little intricate spot in your ear. And we're going to go up where it attaches and around. So it's kind of like a shape like the top of a hanger. And now you're going to go up the back ridge of the ear. So this is a little clumsy. So I do the backs with my thumbs. And then I go over the top with my finger like that. Now you're going to stroke, like you did here, you're going to stroke forward and back right below the first whorl. Whorl? W-H-O-R-L? I don't know. Just get all in there. And then go like that in the holes. And then there's a crater right to the back of the ear hole that you can massage. And that's easy to do with pinching. And then generally just go inside all those places and pull and stroke, and you're bound to hit some points. Okay, that's the ears. We've done eyes, ears, and we're going to go to sinuses. So you want your bigger finger, your longer finger on the bigger sinus on top, and you can find a little indentation on either side of your nostrils. And then your pointers will be on below the cheekbones, and you're just going to massage. Circular. Make circles. Okay, now you're going to take your pointers and stroke down. And this is interesting because what you're doing is encouraging the flow of mucus out the nose and not dripping down on the throat, which is certainly something we don't want, because we don't want to have a itchy throat and coughing at night because we might think we have COVID. And it might just be allergies. So encourage that snot to come out this way instead of drip back that way. There you go. All right, so now the mouth. The mouth is the most tedious part. You're going to take the tip of your tongue and rotate it around the front of your teeth and then the back 8 times on the top and 8 times on the bottom. Then you're going to go the other direction. So it's 32 times, and it's going to accumulate saliva, and then after, still retaining the saliva. So I'm explaining this first because I can't do it and explain it. You're going to tap your teeth together 32 times, and then you're going to swallow in three sections of spit, because you're going to get a lot of spit. All right, give it a go. Okay. Now you're going to cross your hands just because of the way your hands can pull. And you're going to find that bundle of muscles that protects your jugular vein and all those arteries. And you're going to sort of gouge your thumb in there and pull from the back. So you're going against the grain of the muscles there. And go from top to bottom and bottom to top. So this is good for your thyroid. This is good for your glands, all this stuff. So you can see I'm just plucking. It's like a plucking motion. And if you turn your head, you can isolate those muscles and get a better grip with your thumb and fingers. Okay, that's it for the head. So you can just notice it'll make you think more clearly once you get out of bed. So I didn't do this in bed this morning because I wanted to share it with you folks. And then there's a lot of things that you can do with the body with tapping, but I'd like to do that in a separate video. But there's the different, you can hit and feel the blood come to the surface. You can squeeze and knead, and then you're going into the muscle. So this is the skin, this is the muscle, and then when you punch it, you're going into the bone. So, and you can do this on your whole body, and particularly your feet. It's good to take a shower and then get coconut oil or sesame oil or almond oil, depending on if you're dry or oily already. You might want to have a lighter oil if you already have oily skin, and massage it into yourself, and especially the feet and in between the toes. You can just really dig in. So this is really a time for self-care because we're trying to keep our blood flowing and stay healthy to get through this time. And it might, in fact, acquire good habits from this period of time. So it's kind of Pollyanna-ish, but it's a good way to look at it. All right.